for me the important thing is that this also brings us into light in terms of diversifying our product by showcasing Kenya through MICE, meetings, incentives, conventions, and exhibitions. And we expect a delegation of about 500 people, comprising of the key players in the industry as far as sustainable tourism is concerned. So we really see an opportunity for us to showcase the best of Kenya. And I think also it's very important that this is coming straight after we have had a very successful election, so that we are now saying that Kenya is ready to take off, Kenya is ready to move. And I think it's very important for us to have this event because we are now able to showcase Kenya from a global arena, and this will definitely help us to showcase what we have to offer and what we do as far as ecotourism is concerned. So we have an opportunity, therefore, to show the best of Kenya. And remember, from what Judy said, Brazil is also very strong as far as ecotourism is concerned. So we really have an opportunity for us to talk about the best of Kenya, to talk about what we've been doing all these years, and indeed to show that Kenya is on the ready to take off.
This conference and also other upcoming events, other international events that will be held in Kenya and in this country, both in Nairobi and outside Nairobi, in the next coming 3 months, is expected to boost the tourism industry. And these events will be announced by the Cabinet Secretary in the coming few days. We're extremely delighted to have the Cabinet Secretary in charge of East African Affairs, Commerce and Tourism here today to actually launch this event, to announce the event that is going to take place in the coming few days, the coming few weeks, and other events that is expected to boost the tourism industry in this country. So without taking much time, I'd like to invite our Cabinet Secretary, Madam Phyllis Kandia, to address this press briefing.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are gathered here this morning to brief you and the country on the upcoming international event that will showcase our earnest drive towards sustainable tourism. The 7th Ecotourism and Sustainable Tourism Conference, whose theme is Tourism Role in Sustainable Community Development, will take place here in Kenya from the 24th to the 27th September 2013. Kenya successfully bid to host this international event for this year. We expect 38 countries to be represented in this conference, over 40 speakers, and more than 300 people coming from all over the world. This is a very important event in our calendar this year. This is an homecoming for this conference, having first started in Nairobi 16 years ago. Since then, it has been hosted in North America, and we are glad that it has come back to where it started before we pass the baton to Brazil next year. Ecotourism is a key element of our upcoming strategy and vision for the tourism industry in this country. It is a key product in our product diversification strategy. Our intention is to encourage the development of niche products that bring in sustainability into the sector. It will also develop the SME sector, especially at the county level. Further, our plan is to brand unique and diverse products and experiences that will help us mark Kenya and set it apart as a unique destination of choice. To succeed in developing ecotourism, we must always connect our products with the missing link, which is conservation of the environment, local ownership, and management of the product. Indeed, this is a product that will bring tourism, development, and ownership to the local people as close as possible, so that together we can appreciate, own, safeguard tourism for prosperity. Therefore, players in the tourism industry are now more than ever required to invest in environmental conservation and the preservation of culture in their respective areas of operation. The future is therefore in eco-friendly and sustainable tourism. Gone are the days when all it took was capital and a piece of land somewhere where one would say they are running a tourism venture. Today, we must show how that business will be sustainable and remain viable even 50 years from today.
Few countries in the world that would match Kenya in terms of ecosystems. We have 7 ecosystems in one country. You want the waters, you want the mountains, you want the savannas, you want the culture, we've got it. And this is some of the bases of ecotourism. In particular, ecotourism, one of the principles of ecotourism is promoting host communities so that they can benefit from tourism. Kenya has indigenous communities that have lived alongside wildlife for many years. Wildlife is the backbone of our tourism, and therefore we have a very, very unique opportunity to design tourism products that will incorporate and benefit those host communities that live alongside wildlife. And this is the reason, like I said earlier on, that Kenya was described as one of the countries that had the earliest examples of ecotourism, because our safaris traditionally took place in destinations that were originally home of indigenous communities, particularly the Maasai and the northern communities in Samburu. So we have a very good basis for developing the product. We have come, like I said, from the easy and the rustic to having some of the world's award-winning destinations, ecotourism destinations in Kenya. If you look for any type of ecotourism award in the world today, call it the SCAL Ecotourism Award, the Responsible Tourism Awards, the World Travel and Tourism for Tomorrow Awards. Destinations in Kenya have won them all, which is a proof that we are indeed, we've got what it takes to be an ecotourism destination.
Thank you very much.
And on top of that, the ministry, we realize that we haven't given it the attention that it deserves. We know we have the product, and that's why we've included it in our 5-year strategy.